Okay, Greg Pickle, it's prediction time. I have written down my final score on a piece of paper in front of me. You can't see it. I think we both were right last week about Penn State winning. The total went over. I kind of realized that you were a little bit off, but a win's a win.
Yep.
So it's Penn State Army at Beaver Stadium. Penn State is favored by 23. Haven't seen a total yet. What do you think?
I think this one's going to be pretty ugly. The weather looks awful. I mean, obviously, the forecast can change, but it does not look good for a nice weekend at Beaver Stadium. So
Right.
I think this is going to be an ugly one. I am going to go with 27-10 in favor of Penn State. I think it's going to be a kind of a slog-along game, one of those ones you see Penn State tack on some late points against a worn-down opponent. In the fourth quarter, maybe even the third quarter.
Yeah.
But they've been so bad in the third quarter, I think you're going to have to wait until the fourth quarter to see a majority of Penn State's points scored. But that's what I'm going to go with. And again, I think it's going to be quite a rainy, ugly affair at Beaver Stadium.
Yeah, I think one thing to look at, when you watch Army play against a good team, no one's really ready for that wishbone or that option, and it takes a while to adjust. The maddening thing, though, about Army is they can keep the ball for about 8.5 minutes and miss a field goal, and then there's 5 minutes left in a quarter. I do think you're right. I think the points are going to come a little bit later. I'm going to call it 30-14 Penn State. Whether or not the weather is a factor, I do think that they're going to be able to make some plays in the passing game. I don't know how well they're going to run the ball. I would imagine you'll see a lot of short passes to kind of take the place of runs. They're just really glorified extended handoffs. And I do think that Penn State's receivers are going to have a nice game, and I don't think Army can really rush the passer. So 30-14, Penn State over Army. You like Penn State?
27-10.
I think one of us is going to be exactly right on our final score, but I'm not sure who.